Hello everybody. First of all, apologies for a bit of background noise. There's stuff going on in the street. I just thought I'd quickly update you. Bit of a sense of deja vu here because I have a very pretty, very rare Saab sat on my drive. I was looking in the diary, it's exactly 2 years ago to the week that Beryl arrived. Similar story, looked great, but when I started to dig into her, a little bit crusty. This one, I'm hoping, isn't so bad. I'm getting this video done quickly because in about the next 30 minutes my good friend is coming to pick the car up and take it off to the welders for an assessment. So I'll just quickly run through the car and show you what I've found so far. That all tallies with the video that I took at the MOT place as well. The guy took me through the car underneath. I videoed everything that needed doing, so I've kind of cross-referenced it to everything that I can see here inside. Honestly, it's not looking too bad, so it's just a matter of seeing what else the welder finds when he starts to poke around, but I'll show you what we've got so far. So beginning with the simple stuff, the boot is nice and solid. If you remember, Beryl was absolutely rotten in here, so this one is solid all the way around. There's nothing that I can see anywhere behind these bits and pieces. There's a tiny little bit of water ingress. It's just pooling there. It's not gone through in any shape or form. You can see there, that's just muck. But yeah, I want to see where there's a little kind of watermark down the side of that inner wheel well there. So I just want to locate where that's coming from, check drainage holes and the like. But that is a good start. Moving through into the back again, promising. The inner arches there again, if you remember on Beryl, I know that she's a very different breed, very different car, but they were absolutely rotten, so it's nice to see that all of these areas are nice and solid. The floor here, the rear floor, is nice and solid. This obviously is not solid, and that is one of the areas that the MOT guy found as he was underneath the car. So I've scraped that back to sort of clean metal there, so you can see it's not actually that extensive. So again, this is a promising start. Then we move forwards and we have a hole here. So this is soaked, this is sodden, of course. What happens is you get a bit of a hole in the floor. You know, the water and road stuff comes up, sits in this foam, and you've just got, you know, a constantly wet foam underlay sat against bare metal. So yeah, I can't see anything else under there, but really this entire panel just wants to be lifted out. They're a bit of a pain, these, to go all the way across the bulkhead around the pedals and the like. So it may well be that I'll just very neatly cut around. It's not how I'd like to do things, but when we're looking at an assessment, I'm not going to spend forever taking the car apart, and that is quite a big job actually, to take this out in one piece. So I'm just going to cut round that and then fit it back together properly. I'll put some, once it's solid, as long as the car goes back on the road, I'll put some dynamite. I've still got loads of dynamite type stuff from the Beryl project, so I'll lay some of that down anyway, so that's not at all an issue. I'll take you through to the passenger side. So curiously, in a similar area but not quite the same, we have a hole there which isn't huge, and again, this just needs, I have lifted this and I can't see anything else under here, but yeah, all of this needs just trimming back. But in terms of what we can see, it's actually not at all bad. The other areas that we need to look at are here, so that's actually holed. I'll get the camera in there if I can. I'll zoom in a wee little bit. Let's have a look. Get that one out of the way. So there we go. You can see, that's better. You can see that that's holed there. Not a big hole, but a hole all the same. And taking you around to the other side, can see, zoom in for you, we can see there's a similar story. It's not focusing very well, but a similar story. He said it's soft in there, and he said that will hold with a little bit of pressure. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's not at all bad. Again, you know, the wheels will come off. These sort of strut areas, you can hear and feel that they're solid as well, which is good news. So there we have it. I'm anticipating, and I might be a little bit optimistic here, but I'm anticipating somewhere in the region of sort of £600–700 worth of welding, hopefully on the outset. And if so, then that's a game changer. So I'll get it off to him now, and the welder said he'll crack on with it as soon as he possibly can. It might be a couple of weeks, and see where we're at that point. Here we go again, eh? But not this time, because I learned I moved Beryl on at exactly the right time, when my time and skills and money I knew were rapidly being exhausted, and Beryl went off to exactly the right person. And the same thing will happen with this. If I feel that it's beyond my budget, and it is a small budget on this one, of course, remember, if it looks like it's going to encroach upon that budget, then it will be sold on as a project car. But at least whoever it's sold on to can see exactly the extent of the work. You know, they know from the videos that it drives really well. There's no hidden nasties anywhere, and it's got massive potential. 5-door Viggen in lightning blue is a rare thing, and a very lovely thing as well. So fingers crossed. I'll update you with a progress video before too long. Take it easy, everybody. All the best. Bye bye.